In this lecture, we'll be discussing about the parallel connection of resistors and current division rule. So first of all, let us see a parallel connected resistive circuit. Resistances connected in parallel. So let us consider three resistors R1, R2 and R3 which are connected in parallel. So resistors can be connected in parallel when their starting ends are connected together and their finishing ends are connected together. So thus we get a parallel connection of resistors. See, one end of the resistors are connected together and the other ends are also connected together. So this is a parallel connection of three resistors. Now, this parallel combination of resistors is connected across a voltage source V, having a voltage V. So then a current I will flow through the circuit. So I is the total current flowing out from the source, and here this current I will divide into 3, and a current I1 will flow through this branch, a current I2 will flow through this branch, and a current I3 will flow through this branch. So in a parallel resistive circuit, the current flowing through individual resistors is different. The current flowing through individual resistors are different, but the voltage appearing across all the components will be the same because the ends are connected together. So one end of all these resistors are connected together, other ends are also connected together, and we are applying the voltage source across these two terminals. This voltage is applied across these two terminals. So the same voltage V appears across R1, R2 and R3. So this voltage V is coming across R3, R2 and R1. So the main feature of a parallel circuit is that voltage across all the resistors is the same. Voltage across all the resistors is the same. So this is the main feature of a parallel resistive circuit. So now I have already said that this total current I divides into 3 and flows through the individual branches. So we can write total current I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So according to Ohm's law, we know the equation for calculating the current through a conductor. I is equal to voltage across its terminals divided by resistance of that particular conductor. So using this equation here, we will get the total current I is equal to total voltage applied across the circuit, that is V, divided by total resistance of this parallel circuit, which is equal to I1. I1 we can also write it as V divided by R. I1 is the current through, so I have marked it, there is a mistake. So current flowing through R3 is I3, this is I2 and this is I1. Current flowing through R1 is I1. Okay. So I1 is the current flowing through R1. Okay. So we can write the current flowing through a component as voltage across that component divided by resistance. So here voltage across R1 is this V itself. So V divided by resistance of that component, that is R1. So V divided by R1 plus then I2. So I2 is the current flowing through R2. So voltage across R2, that is V divided by resistance, that is R2. Similarly, I3 is voltage across R3, that is V divided by resistance, that is R3. So this can be written as V divided by RT is equal to, taking V common outside, V into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So we can cancel V, then the remaining equation will be 1 divided by RT is equal to 1 divided by R1 plus 1 divided by R2 plus 1 divided by R3. So this is the equation used for calculating the equivalent resistance of a parallel circuit. So what is the meaning of this equation? The reciprocal of the total resistance will be equal to the sum of reciprocals of individual resistances. 1 by R1, 1 by R1, R2 and R3 are individual resistances. 1 by R1, 1 by R2 and 1 by R3 are reciprocals of individual resistances. So when we add up those reciprocals, we will get the reciprocal of the total resistance. That is, in a parallel circuit, reciprocal of equivalent resistance equals sum of reciprocals of individual resistances. Okay. So this is the equation. So now, suppose there are two resistors connected in parallel. Then equivalent resistance become 1 by RT is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Okay. So this can be written as R2 plus R1 divided by R1 R2. R2 plus R1 divided by R1 into R2. So 1 by RT is equal to R2 plus R1 divided by R1 R2. So what will be the value of RT? The reciprocal of this term, that is R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So by heart this equation also. This will be very helpful when we are calculating the equivalent resistance of two resistors connected in parallel. So we may frequently have to solve this particular case. There will be two components connected in parallel. So instead of taking the reciprocal and all, we can directly calculate the total resistance in that case as product of the resistances divided by sum of resistances, R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So now let us move on to the current division rule. So from the previous circuit, that is from this parallel circuit, we have seen that the current flowing through different branches in a parallel circuit are different. So a single current flowing from the voltage source divides into different components and flows through each of the branches. So we get different values of currents. So the parallel circuit acts as a current divider. A parallel circuit acts as a current divider. Okay. And this current division rule helps to calculate the value of current flowing through each of the branches in a parallel circuit. So it helps us to calculate I1, I2, I3, etc. if there are three branches in a parallel circuit. So current division rule is for calculating current flowing through each of the branches in a parallel circuit without knowing the value of voltage across that branch. So if this is a particular branch and if we have to calculate the current through this branch, according to Ohm's law, I is equal to V by R. So if we know the voltage across this branch and resistance of this branch, we can calculate the current. But the current division rule helps to calculate the current without knowing the value of this voltage. Okay. So now let us see how it works. Now consider two resistors R1 and R2 connected in parallel. And this parallel combination is connected across a voltage source V. And I is the total current flowing through the circuit. This current I divides into two, and a current I1 flows through R1, a current I2 flows through R2. So we have to calculate I1 and I2 using current division rule. Okay. So here, according to Ohm's law, we know that I is equal to V by R. So the total current I can be written as total voltage V divided by total resistance of this circuit. So V divided by RT. So here there are two resistors connected in parallel, and we know the value of RT in case of two resistors connected in parallel, and that is R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So we can write this I as, substituting the value of RT, we can write this I as equal to V divided by RT, that is V divided by R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2, which becomes V into R1 plus R2 divided by R1 into R2. Okay. So now we have to calculate I1. So I1 is equal to voltage across R1 divided by the resistance R1, that is V divided by R1. Okay. Which is equal to, what is the value of V here? We'll get the value of V from this equation. What is V? V is I into R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So write V from this equation. We'll get V as I into R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay. So V divided by R1. So this into 1 by R1. So R1 and R1 gets cancelled, and remaining equation is I1 is equal to total current I into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay. Now let us calculate I2, and I2 is the current flowing through R2. It will be equal to voltage across R2 divided by R2, V by R2. So I2 is equal to V divided by R2, and we can write V as, so we can write V from this equation as I into R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So I into R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into 1 by R2 into 1 divided by R2. So this becomes R2 and R2 gets cancelled. I into R1 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay. So now let us examine these two equations. When we calculate I1, it is equal to total current into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So I1 is the total current into R2 divided by R1 plus R2, and I2 is the total current I into R1 divided by R1 plus R2, or we can generalize it as the current flowing through a resistor or a branch is equal to the total current into opposite branch resistance divided by sum of resistances. Okay, when we calculate the value of I1, we'll take the total current into the resistance of the opposite branch, that is R2, divided by sum of all the resistances. Similarly, while calculating I2, we are taking total current into the opposite branch resistance, that is R1, divided by sum of resistances. So we can generalize the current division rule equation as current through a branch equals total current into opposite branch resistance. Opposite branch resistance, so this is opposite branch resistance divided by sum of resistances. So this is how we use the current division rule in a parallel circuit.